Everyone has that one game that they remember from their childhood. I mean, yes, we all had multiple games we played, but I'm willing to bet that you have one game in particular that you fucking remember. I'm talking Mountain Dew drinking, Hot Pocket eating, playing till the sun comes up and you know your mom's gonna come in getting pissed at you because you spent way too long playing games. Now, for a lot of you, that's probably WoW or Modern Warfare or even fucking Peggle. I don't know, maybe Castle Crashers, goated game. But for me, that was COD Zombies. It didn't matter if it was World at War to Black Ops 3, that's what I was doing.
I'm out. Camera.
Aiden, do you have Wonderwolf still?
Yeah.
Alright, I'm gonna train. I'm dead.
He's not training
You fucked yourself. You just fucked yourself.
Am I in the fucking...
You can't get out of there.
No, this is where he wants to be. It's the hallway. Dude.
I'm taking these motherfuckers.
Oh my god.
Learning the story of Takio, Richtofen, Dempsey, and Nikolai. And these guys too. But mainly the goats. I mean, these guys pretty much raised me. Yeah, they were all stereotypes, but... fuck you. Anyway, this game really raised me, fuck you. This game really raised me in a way that I cannot explain. I looked forward to every DLC release. Whenever the new trailer released for every DLC, I would lose my mind and be like, Mom, please, this one has the presidents in it, and it's in the fucking Pentagon. It's just the storm, Dick. Calm down. World at War was the one that started it all. In Zombies wasn't even originally really supposed to be like a fully fleshed out game mode. It was kind of a joke that you unlocked after beating the campaign. And yet it blew everybody away. The first map was Nacht der Untoten, and it was simple and small, but my god, the atmosphere. I was 4 whenever I watched my brother play this game in 2008, and I played it by myself, and it scared the shit out of me. The eyes in the fog, that random brick wall that the zombies could rip through, that I knew there was a zombie back there, but I couldn't fucking prove it. It was like Schrodinger's zombie, I just waited for him. The mystery box was fascinating, with everyone running in between rounds trying to get the holy grail that was the ray gun. Looking back at it, the ray gun had absolutely no context being in Call of Duty, but now the Call of Duty franchise wouldn't be the same without it.
What do you get?
He got it. He got the ray gun.
Fuck.
Oh my god, I got the M1A1 carbine.
Do you have a ray gun? I want to hear it.
I can't buy this. Oh, yeah,
I just heard a biplane fly by my window.
Everyone would set up camp in the second story, and the zombies would just funnel in through that doorway in that window, but god damn, if you bought that fucking staircase on the other side, you doomed your team to failure. You don't do that shit. Also, one thing that's always bothered me about this map was the little cabinet. If you buy it, you just get a sniper. But it's odd to me that it was framed in such a way. Like, why not just put a wall by there instead? Why is it a cabinet? And it's the only thing like that in Zombies, which I think makes it even more odd. But World at War had so many maps that were hard to forget, and specifically Verruckt. Verruckt scared the shit out of me whenever I was younger. Those little spots you could go to and hear odd noises that weren't quite right and shouldn't be there, like people screaming, or the general atmosphere that makes it feel like actual hell. Nothing felt right, especially whenever you would spawn in for the first time expecting to see all your buddies there, and then you would just not fucking be next to them. Hey man, you gotta turn the power so I can. Yeah. Verruckt added perks. No, not those kind. Come on, get your 6-7 ass humor out of here. And it changed the game, adding Juggernaut, Speed Cola, Double Tap, and Quick Revive. It was basically Knocked on steroids, even creepier though.
Hey, Sergeant, I'm gay.
Sergeant, I'm gay.
No, fuck.
Sergeant, I regret to inform you, I'm geeking. I'm geeking.
Hey, Sergeant, you're gonna dig my butt. We gotta go save him.
What's wrong with your friends? Are you geeking or something? He's not geeking. Don't say that. News man.
But it seemed like the COD developers were taking zombies more seriously and fully fleshing it out, as the community really did have a demand for it. After the Wonderwolf came in and people were like, holy shit, what's gonna come next? Then Shi No Numa came. And my god, while Verruckt and Nacht mainly focused on adding to your arsenal with the ray gun and the Wonderwolf and the perks, Shi No Numa expanded upon the map. allowing for gondola and different traps. It also contributed to my young developing gambling addiction, not only with the box, that was already a thing. In every map before this, the perks had a preset location where they would in fact spawn. In Shi No Numa, they changed that to where it would change whatever shack it spawned in every round. So you no longer had the preset ball knowledge of knowing where the perks were going to be. You didn't get to know where Jug and Speed was off rip due to ball knowledge, man, come on. Coaches don't play, but that don't mean they don't got ball. So you and your friends would just fumble through the fucking map hoping to find the perk that you needed first, and whoever was gonna get the Wonderwall first. It was always me. And the damn dogs were added. However, the upside to this is now you can get max ammo every couple of rounds. Every like 5 to 10 rounds, if I'm being honest. I don't know the exact number. Leave it in the comments. So you get fucking engagement right there, guys. Also, funny thing about this map in particular is it has a weird zombie spawn limit that wasn't really seen in any of the other maps. Like 24. This is only with the World at War version of Shi No Numa, which was so odd to me. I think because of this, the highest round ever in COD Zombies is typically on Shi No Numa, and I think currently it's at like 11,843. I definitely didn't look that up or anything, I just knew that off the top of my head. While Reese is 255, and that's on Black Ops 3, so needless to say, this map is an anomaly in a lot of ways. This also had the first kind of visual sightings we had seen of Element 1115 in the form of meteors. And all of us were like, holy shit, Mom, the lore is changing. Mom, you don't get it, but this meteor changes everything. It felt like on every map, the devs were finding their footing, taking whatever they had learned from the last map and expanding upon it, and then they put all of that vitamin Z they had just made in a blender, fucking blended it, shook it up, put it on the table, snorted that shit, and Reese came out. Yes, we played as the Ultimate crew for the first time in the previous maps, however, we were getting characters named directly on the whiteboards within the map in a basic lore premise. I mean, the fact that the map takes place in a Nazi base kind of tells us all we need to know. Teleporters were added to unlock Pack-a-Punch because Pack-a-Punch is a thing now, which if you don't know, I'm going to explain it, but you probably know if you're here. Pack-a-Punch is a device that you use whenever your gun fucking blows. You pay $5 grand, you put your gun in there, it crunches it up, and then spits it back out with a cool camo, and it does way more damage and has way more swag. Having to link 3 main teleporters to the mainframe in the middle of the map, and then Pack-a-Punch unlocks and you can use it. You can also use the teleporters too to get there whenever you're stuck, but everyone knows in Reese you hold that one, you know what I'm talking about, you hold that one balcony.
Why y'all doing so good, but so bad at the same time? 31!
Hold the stairs. No, you gotta hold the stairs. Hold the stairs. Just hold the stairs. Yo, what's going on? Yo, what's going on the stairs? Yo, they were not good. They're pushing into me.
This basically built the zombie community into a frenzy when they focused so heavily on world building and the dogs and Samantha and Maxis in this map. Everyone was wondering what was going to happen next, and it's going to get really good and then really wacky in a bad way. Now, Black Ops 1 was already most likely going to be a commercial success given the state that COD was in. I mean, come on, man. COD was dominating literally fucking everything at this point. That was the prime MLG era where search and destroy was the shit, dude. Zombies was just something that I personally was obsessed with. A lot of people played the multiplayer, but I was crafting theories like, oh my god, what if Samantha actually did this, and what if Dempsey did this, and who the fuck is Pepe Sylvia? Kino did not help this behavior, it actually worsened it to the nth fucking degree. Because now there's time travel, and Reese was in the 1930s, and now we're in a 1960s theater, and they don't look any older. Do I look older? Don't fucking answer that. 21. I gotta clarify that in every video because everyone thinks I'm like 40 or 35. It provided context for Element 115 as well, and how the zombies were well made, and the fact that Max has partnered with Germany to supply them a zombie army and wonder weapons for funding on his projects. But also his daughter's controlling the zombies? What? Basically, there was a lot to absorb here. And that's just from the story perspective, because these little freaky fucky crawlers are called Nova 6 crawlers, and they are this way because they were exposed to the chemical agent Nova 6. That's why they're called Nova 6 crawlers. Go fucking figure. They are annoying, and they do fart on you, but I also cherish them. They were there when no one else was. You unlock Pack-a-Punch using teleporters again like you do in Reese, but this time around you actually have to use the teleporter to reach where it is, as it's in kind of the top of the theater area where the worker would put in a reel to play the movie. But you might end up somewhere else like this bedroom where we didn't know whose it was at the time, or this government room where you can pick up a reel. If you were like me and playing with other 14-year-olds around the world, I think I was like 8 whenever I played this game. Holy shit. But if you were like me and playing with other 12-year-olds around the world, then you were also sweating bullets because you were hoping to death that you weren't going to be the one guy that Pack-a-Punch last up in there and then get teleported out and your packed gun was just fucking gone. Your packed gun was going to be gone forever if he got teleported out of there. Come on. God damn it. Fuck you, buddy. I got the Porter X2 ray gun in my ass. You have like 8 downs. The best times ever. The largest and most substantial significant change in this map introduced, however, was the Thunder Gun, which was like, if the ray gun is the Michael Jordan of zombies, the Thunder Gun was LeBron. Getting this is getting a free out of jail card. What the fuck? What is it called? Getting this was getting out of, oh my god, get out of jail free card for literally any situation you were in.
Oh my god, it's been so long since I've seen that.
The two maps released also on launch with Black Ops 1 was 5 and Dead Ops Arcade. However, I'm not really going to go over Dead Ops Arcade because, like, I feel like it doesn't really directly tie into the story, but also, it's a lot different. I mean, it's not bad, it's good. I actually like Dead Ops Arcade. Some of those levels are fucking impossible, though, later on. I played it for this video. But 5 was the real attention grabber out of these beginning maps because while Kino is a classic, 5 is just so entirely different with its map design feeling so disjointed, and you can only get to certain places riding the elevator. You can't just run and buy a door anymore. It created a distinct feeling that really only 5 can give you. And while I was playing this map, before we go over it, JFK kept talking about the Solomon Isles, and I didn't know what that meant.
Just like the Solomon Isles!
Yeah, I have a brain parasite. Like every time someone says the words "the box," I just think right. I just think I don't even think like you know. I immediately play this. It sounds like it's just that just plays in my head.
So I looked it up and figured it out because I figured you guys want to know too. Because in the game, he'll be like, this is just like the Solomon Isles while he's fighting zombies. In 1943, JFK's boat was like sunk by a Japanese destroyer in August, and he swam 3.5 miles to the Solomon Isles with his injured crew, and they later named the island he swam to Island Kennedy after him, and then they were saved by the Solomon Islanders. So that's what he's talking about. So that's crazy. I didn't know it was a learning channel. What? Yeah, that's right. If you didn't know that, click subscribe and comment. And if you did, you're fucking lying. This map takes place in the Pentagon, which is one of the coolest settings we've ever had in a zombies map, if I'm being honest. And it was an anomaly because it had almost nothing distinct with the previous maps before it. The design was different, the characters were not the same characters we're used to, and like, it's just a storm, Dick, calm down. Come on, that's Aura. It's Aura. Fucking... holy shit. The wonder weapon for this map is the Winter's Howl, and it has always been one of my favorites. Just because it looks like the Gmod prop gun, but also it's very satisfying to use. And I will say in this map, it always felt like the difficulty went up as you went down. Like the spawn room really isn't that bad to survive in the first time you're in it. The war room like gets a little bit worse, and then the maze that is the lab area down below is fucking hell. God forbid you get stuck down there with a scientist, you're so done.
Just shoot him with everything you have, and if he gets too close to the elevator, I'm closing it.
Okay. Hey, so about that closing that elevator.
Where did he?
He took me to
Did he take your gun?
Yes, he did.
No, no, no!
Guess I shouldn't have made those budget cuts.
Kill him.
Where is he?
I don't know, he ran to his go through the teleporter, you can follow him. Oh my god! We got our guns back!
Meaning that the safe haven tends to be the elevator. You hold that shit like it's the Alamo. Don't ever forget. Never forget, fellas.
I might have accidentally.
Are you out of ammo?
No, not
I mean,
quite.
I think it.
I'm going to motion.
Oh, you're my goat. Oh, I need you to, oh my god.
I have to.
Get to the elevator, if you can.
No, I think it. Like I said, I think it has to do with like the fact that you can hold down the attack button on the thing.
Going up. That's fair.
I think it's just the fact that.
I need. Okay, I need to get a gun. Get to the elevator. Get to the elevator if you can.
I could
Use it.
Now, as the rounds start getting tougher, you're gonna have to pack your weapons, and the only way to do that is to activate the DEFCON switches in the war room. Whenever you get to DEFCON level 5, whenever you activate all of them, the middle area will teleport you to the pack room, which is really nice because the pack room kind of acts like a safe room. You get to breathe in there for 30 seconds and not worry about zombies killing and eating your ass, but there is double doors in there that you know they're behind because you can hear them. So you look at those double doors and you're like, I'm so fucking boned once that's open. But right now, I'm good. 5 is strange, but it always enticed me with its characters and setting. The nice gameplay was a bonus. Next is Ascension, and firstly, which this is so ungodly important to me, fuck the monkeys, dude. You're telling me how to kill zombies and deal with these Curious George looking motherfuckers the entire time? They're feral thieves, they have no respect for authority. Secondly, okay, and I cannot believe that I haven't mentioned this yet, Why is Black Ops 1 still fucking full priced and all the DLC are $15? What are you talking about? Also, this is also very important to me that I tell you guys this actually. You can't play World at War anymore if you don't already own it. If you buy a World at War key now from Steam currently right now, you cannot play with your friends because Treyarch has stopped making online keys for it, meaning that all the keys you get from Steam now are invalid and you cannot play online with friends. That is not fucking false. You can look that shit up. That is a common thing that's been going on for years. So if you don't already have a World at War account, like made back from the Xbox 360 area that you can log into, you need to find a pre-made CD key that was before 2021, I believe. What the fuck are you talking about? You pay $20 and you don't get to play it. But also, this was my favorite map whenever I was younger. It's not anymore, but it used to be. It was just the spectacle of it that made me like it so much, with the launchers and it being in black and white whenever you first start. Spawning in for the first time and seeing everything in black and white whenever I was like 10 made me think that my game was like fucking broken or something. It also had so much lore with the intricate Easter egg, like the scientist Gersh. You know the Gersh device? Yeah. It was a pretty big map too for the time, but every little area kind of felt like its own little map because there was a very obvious transition in between each one of them. Looking back on it, I think this is one of my favorite maps because of that one area you can train for like fucking decades in. Because this was also the map where PhD Flopper was introduced, but right next to PhD Flopper was this huge square where like zombies would never touch you if you knew how to train like even a little bit. But given how big the map was, it made the monkeys a lot more fucking annoying, especially if you're playing solo. They behave like a little brother, and trust me, I would know. I'm a little brother. They run away from you, they hop on a perk machine, you slap them once and they die. Unlocking Pack-a-Punch was always fun as well, and it wasn't too hard. You just had to ride the launchers around, and then it was pretty much open. And watching the rocket launch is really cool, and you could choose to shoot it if you want to fucking blow it up, but I usually don't do that, because I'm a good guy, even though no one in the story is good. Combine all of the aspects with the vast area that you could train in, and also that the Thunder Gun and the Gersh device were on this map. It was a very just fun and relaxing map to play on. I genuinely believe that's why I liked it so much whenever I was little. Okay, up until now we had only played as the original Ultimus crew. Besides 5, 5 was goofy. It was absurd with you playing as historical figures. Call of the Dead is goofy because, well, it's fucking goofy. Featuring George Romero as a walking goddamn hazard that slowly walks around and screws you over whenever he feels like it. God forbid you graze that dude while you're running a train. What? God forbid you graze that dude while you're shooting at a train behind you. He does not like that shit. The playable characters are Sarah Michelle Gellar, Michael Rooker, Robert Englund, who is Freddy Krueger, and Danny Trejo, who is Danny Trejo. Also, Michael Rooker was Daryl's brother in The Walking Dead. This map's main thing is, well, George, which made things a little bit more complicated in the fact that you can't really camp anymore because if you do, George is going to have something to say about it to you. The basic premise of this map is that you were on a film set. You're shooting a movie where George Romero is the director in Siberia on an abandoned World War II facility, and while shooting that movie, actual zombies arise from the World War II facility with the ultimate end goal of the map being freeing the Ultimus crew from the little room at the bottom of the map. Although the lighthouse, you know the one. The atmosphere of this map was so incredibly powerful, the fog that rolls in and rolls out, and the lighthouse showing you where the Pack-a-Punch is, that it felt like you were battling the elements too along with the zombies. In every other map you're like, oh, I gotta survive against the zombies, but this map it feels like you're trying to survive the fucking winter and there's zombies there.
No, George, I'm sorry, George, no! I'm gonna fucking die! But the water's also kind of your best friend, because if you fucking graze George at all, you gotta take him there. Deadshot Daiquiri was introduced with its 80s jingle rock that transcends you as you survive. But one of the main things I wanted to go over was the wonder weapons, because the wonder weapons were fairly split in the community at the time. Some people liked the scavenger and some people didn't like it. It was pretty well received because it was a good gun. However, the VR-11 is dog shit because it's really only used for the Easter egg. I mean, you can like calm down George with it too, but at the same time, like, water. And also, the only really use it's used for is the Easter egg, but if you do shoot a teammate with it, it'll make the zombies like not go after them for a little bit. I remember shooting a zombie for the first time with it and just turned them into a human, and I was like, what the fuck? Overall, though, this map is excellent, and I enjoyed it very, very much. It was a little bit more challenging than the rest just because you had more things going against you besides just the zombies now. You had fucking water and ice and cold. But it made it stand out in a way that I really appreciate. Also, being able to zipline made me inherently happy as a youngin', so like,
Okay, now for the map that absolutely scarred the shit out of me and made me realize that I am in fact not shit. It happens to also have monkeys. I can't get away from them. I can't get away from them. It's Shangri-La, but you guys knew that as soon as I said that it scarred me and had monkeys most likely, because it probably also fucking scarred you too. It is a map that demands you to take it seriously. And if you don't, it will catch you lacking. It's gonna punish your ass, and it's gonna do it like Foon. It'll do it sideways.
Shangri-La was so hard because the corridors were so fucking tiny. There are spikes in this random maze that sometimes spits you at the beginning just to fuck with you. Is this map my favorite? No, but do I respect it? Absolutely. Instead of training in one area, I usually just run around the entire map and try and finagle my own little path that I work on, and that seems to work because I got to around like 21, 22. I feel like that's the way that the map was intended to be used. I think at this point the COD devs wanted to see if they could design a map that the entirety of it had to be used instead of just one area that you could train in. You know, I try my best not to go in some choke points, but sometimes it happens. But on top of all of that, you also have to deal with these fucking fire and wind zombies. The wind zombies just run at you and scream, and then if you kill them, they like pop and kill the zombies around them.
Oh my god, I forgot about that guy. I forgot about that guy.
But the fire zombie just aura walks at you because he knows if he gets your ass, you're done. He turns a round 20 run into a round 20 done. You know, I wrote that in the script and I'm so confident that it was going to sound so cool too. Unlocking pack really isn't that hard, especially if you're playing solo, because you only have to stand on one tile and then it just opens and the stairs come out. So that's a nice plus about this map, however. And the Wonder Weapon was a very unique one and one that I quite enjoyed. Tried for like an hour straight to get it. Never got it. It's like, God fucking damn it. So I didn't get that. So here's some random footage I found online of someone else using it. I'm going to credit him right there. Thank you very much to whoever I got this from, because you saved me so much work. I'm so grateful for you. But my God, was playing this map for the first time now jarring. Like, I got the primal fear that I used to get whenever I was young playing it. And not a lot of maps do that, so I know that it impacted me, albeit in a PTSD way. It's not one of my favorite maps, but it has absolutely earned its slot in the COD community. Zombies wouldn't be the same without it.
Alright, come here. Come here. Come here. Come here, follow me. I'll show you where we're going next. Hold on, give me a second. Okay, alright, hold on. See that? That's where we're going next. Alright, now come on, come back inside, it's fucking cold. Moon changed so much, but in a good way. Whenever it first released, a lot of people weren't fans. I was kind of on the fence. Sometimes I liked it, and sometimes it was my worst nemesis, and I hated it and wanted it to die. But that's okay. The gravity situation, in which I swear to God it tries to fling you to the zombies, is crazy. That can add a lot of stress to a map that's supposed to be fun and about zombies, so I can see why people didn't like it. And then you have this fucking guy who will be a random friends on your friends list, but if not, he's just like a random Joe Schmo name.
Seeing the title of the map be Moon and then loading in to see that you actually spawned at Groom Lake, which terrible name by the way, holy shit, is shocking to a lot of people. Now you could try to be brave and get whichever perk spawns in this area, whether it be speed or jug, or you could be like me and play it safe and go to the moon. The atmosphere of this map is, well, there is none. The map feels very cold and desolate, but not in the way that Call of the Dead does. It feels cold and desolate in the way that you walk out of the spawn room when you're on the moon and then like look and see the earth and you're like, holy shit, I'm actually alone. The zombies move slower, you move slower, and you jump higher and you get flung to the zombies, I swear to God. But also there's now an astronaut that's trying to grab your ass, so that's important to know. I remember being so shocked by this map by just how different it actually was. It wasn't just like a different spawn or in the cold or in like a Shangri-La pyramid area. You were on an entirely different planet. Not a planet, I guess. The moon's not a planet, it's a satellite. You're on a lunar surface, how about that? Goddamn bitch. Leave a comment, see what happens. Nothing, I'm actually very scared of my community. Everything was so foreign, but it made things interesting, but also sometimes frustrating.
Okay, so this is fucking bullshit.
If you've played Zombies, you know that I was actually having a great time and I didn't mean that. But sometimes the gravity gets you. I swear it will fling you to the zombies like you're food. Like you're actually just like food being magnetized to them.
Ah! I forgot that on Moon, if you like collide with the floor it's like at an angle a little too quickly, your guy will just go fucking flying in moon gravity towards the zombies.
The Wonder Weapon was also a huge thing because you'd pick it up for the first time and you'd be like, oh my God, it's 2. And you combine it into the wave gun and you're like, holy shit, it combines. So that was really cool. Training on this map really wasn't too bad either, due to the fact that you had the dome in that one outside area where the box spawns and you could just like run around. The real thing though, that set this map up to be a classic was the Easter egg. Holy shit, the Easter egg. You blow up the goddamn earth and now Richtofen's getting real jiggy with the zombies. What's going on? From this point, everyone was so curious as to what was going to happen next because we knew that this was pretty much the last DLC for the overarching storyline, and we were just excited to see where the fuck they were going to take it from here.
We know it's a big decision who you ride with, and we are privileged to have been chosen.
Come on, you gotta sub if that put chills on your skin. Come on. And if it didn't, you have to anyways, because, please, that would be very kind of you. Anyways, Black Ops 2 is one of the most anticipated games of this fucking decade. And oh my god, seeing that case in stores literally blew me away, okay? Seeing this fucking case was like early goddamn Christmas, and it was because it came out in November, I'm pretty sure, right? Fact check me on that. Pretty sure it was November. Ooh, that fire feels nice on my tummy. So you get the case, right? And you're like, oh my god, it's finally here. I can't wait to boot it up and see what the first Zombies map is. So you go in, put the disc in the fucking Xbox. What is Tranzit? What is Tranzit?
Okay, when this map came out, it shivered some timbers. As a matter of fact, it chopped down the whole forest. There was two sides, one that had burning hatred for the map and wanted nothing more for it than for it to fucking die and be sent to COD hell and be banished from the community. And then there was the other side that was like, you know what? It's really not that bad. Now, where do I lie? I didn't think it was that bad. All right, I get it. Throw your tomatoes, downvote me, clip it, send it to Charlie so it can be like the situation's insane. But, which I love Charlie, by the way, but it wasn't that bad. Tranzit has issues, okay? The pack is fucking annoying to open solo.
Now, by all means, this should be fucking open.
What are you talking about?
Sorry.
The jet gun really wasn't that great, and it was a pain in the ass to build.
Let's rebuild that fuck-ass jet gun.
But shacking up on that bus with my buddy Ted, that made it worth it. That made me cozy. It made me feel like I was actually trying to survive in this town. Going to each part of the town trying to gather whatever resources I could actually find. But I feel like it was done so right with each part of the map interacting with each other in minute ways that it kept the feeling of Zombies very close to its heart.
You know, like, this was never Zombie was really hitting its stride before it, like, peaked in Black Ops 3. And I was kind of expecting to go back and play Black Ops 2 and have a veil of, like, childhood memories lifted up and see the game wasn't as good as I thought it was. Nah, man, this game still fucking slaps.
The new cast of characters and the Victus crew was a little bit iffy at first, but we kind of warmed up to him after a while. Playing as it now, dude, Marlon is so fucking annoying. Is that his name? Marlon? I feel like it starts with an M, right?
Are there any better characters?
I
Do they get more bearable?
I think Stuhlinger's kind of funny.
But, like, we loaded in the first time playing as these goobers, and we were like, who's this nerd emoji and this girl that made every guy my age go awooga, and then a literal schizophrenic and homeless man? It made me and others a little wary about how this was all going to be woven into the overarching story, but I think that's what made us like them, was the fact that they were kind of written in tandem with the Ultimus crew. And then you picked up a drop, and you figured out that Richthofen was controlling the zombies, and you were like, what are you talking about? The map's covered in magma, and the earth is shattered. I wonder who did that shit. Gameplay-wise, the map was confusing as hell at first, but whenever the community figured out what you were actually supposed to do, it really wasn't that bad. Also, okay, the shield was introduced in this map. The shield in Zombies is kind of my religion, so I'm forever thankful for that. But it also had this dickhead on it who would follow you around at the most inconvenient times, and you had better have kept an EMP on your ass, otherwise he's just gonna fucking do whatever you want.
Kind of reminded me of the Star Wars prequels. Whenever it came out, the general reception was unfavorable as all hell. But over time, it seemed like that opinions kind of shifted. As it aged, people came around and said, you know what, champ, you're really not that bad. That's the treatment I feel like Tranzit's been given. At least in my eyes, I respect it a lot more than I did whenever it first came out. I kind of liked it, though, whenever it did come out. BO2 was really an era of zombies just getting wild in his ideas, and Tranzit made that very apparent right off the bat. And oh man, did they get weird with it. The following map, Die Rise, also shivered some timbers. That bitch was all about verticality and slides and elevators. And this fucking goo shooter. That was so good, oh my god.
This map was very similar to Tranzit in the fact that it split the community in half. There was those who hated it and those who loved it. I was part of the people who hated it at first. Okay, there was a lot of different jumps that I would miss because I didn't know how to press A on time. I was like a little kid. I was 14. But I was like a little kid and it hurt my feelings, so fuck you. Now instead of dogs, you had Nova 6 crawlers that would like jump all over the ceilings and it would freak me out. Hey, you get a max aim whenever you fight them. Please stop, I just want to do the Easter egg and I have school tomorrow. You didn't have the shield in this map like the others, but it got traded out for the wonder weapon. The liquid fire, the silly string gun. Perks change like Shi No Numa, but now they're on elevators, and the elevators are also used to traverse the map up and down. Some of them will take you all the way to the rooftop, some of them won't, and if you get on the wrong one, it'll squish you in the roof if it doesn't go all the way up, and if there's no elevator, like, well, come on, man, you know what happens, you just die. The other buildables on the map would also allow you to make jumps somewhere possible, which was very lovely, but I didn't know how to do that, and I was always lazy, so I'd have someone else do it for me. So I don't know how to do it, but I tried. I don't have much to say about this map other than that it was similar to Tranzit in the fact that it innovated in a lot of ways, making something that at the time really wasn't experienced by any zombie player, but now everyone can enjoy it, myself included, and I'm thankful that it's here. I wasn't a die-hard Die Rise fan, you like that? So I don't feel like I'm at the best to speak about its specifics and its intricacies. So if you guys have any kind of cool things you want to share about Die Rise, go ahead.
Now, after the first few maps in Black Ops 2, no one literally had any idea what to expect. I mean, no one ever did in this era of zombies. It was always so crazy and so much fun to look forward to. They were already in the lab mixing and changing the formula so much from the maps we had seen. It felt like we were in a cell waiting to come out. Okay, I'm sorry.
With a dead baby, yeah. Yeah.
Seeing the trailer with Johnny Cash and Ray Liotta from fucking Goodfellas as Billy Handsome and Michael Madsen as Finn.
Setting being Alcatraz, the design of the map being so unsettling and creepy, and then you've got this bastard coming after you that's voiced by Nolan North or Richtofen, which is crazy. I just learned that the other day. So we waited and we waited, and on April 16th of 2013, it actually released. It came out and you spawned in and you're Ghost, in which you would revive yourself, but then you saw like a generator on the wall, and then you would, it just so happens that the Ghost can zap, so you zap it, and then fucking bam, something opened. And that's how the power works now, over the entire map. Every single perk machine has its own little generator that you gotta zap to get it to work. So then you'd go explore, and you'd find the Warden's key, and you'd find the box, which the box design was so fucking cool, and then you'd open it, and like, what the hell is that? It's the Blundergat, okay? And it's goated in every sense of the word. This is great. This is awesome, okay? If you go around and you search and you get all the Acid Gat kit and you build it and put it in there, it's like the fucking best gun ever. This shit makes this is like the third coming of Half-Life whenever it came out, alright? You know what I'm saying? It acts like a monkey, it has so much ammo, and it's so ridiculously strong. This map also had the Hell's Retriever, which is a tomahawk that you get after you feed all of the Hellhounds on the wall, so that was also awesome, because it can retrieve drops for you. This map kind of heavily went into the buildables, like with the shield and the Acid Gat kit, and, well, the fucking plane. The plane's a big one. And this is one of my favorite maps, but it's really easy due to the afterlife mechanic, but that doesn't mean it's not fun to play on. I think this map is a peak example of what a really good buildable locations and pacing looks like, because you can do so much in every round that makes it so satisfying to play on and makes you enter like a dopamine flow state. It just flowed so well with the gameplay. Brutus was there every step of the way to help out and say hi, what a guy. The lore for this map was tremendous, as these 4 guys tried to escape Alcatraz on December 31st, 1993. The other 3 ended up killing Weasel, and they got sent to the electric chair, and when they died, they entered this purgatory hell, where now the only way to break the loop is to do the Easter egg and have Weasel kill all of them instead. And if you don't let that happen and the other 3 kill Weasel again, the loop continues cycling forever and forever and forever, and Brutus is also stuck there with them, who was the Warden. It really elegantly ties everything together, but also makes it very believable because none of these guys are good people. The cafeteria is where I spent many a high round, and I will never forget its layout, or the sweet Acid Gat that made my life way easier.
This map was excellent, but like many a zombie crew, all of these guys end up getting buried. Yeah, you like that one? You like that one? Yeah! Buried was the following map to hit the game, and much like Mob of the Dead, it was considered easy because of its design. It was also fun because you had to dive down this hole to explore the rest of the map, so that's important to remember.
So if you jumped up here, you could buy this, which was cool. The rest of the map is well buried underground. Once down here, we all found this guy, my goat Leroy, who is your best friend but also the biggest bitch. I'm also so convinced that they still named him after the World of Warcraft clip.
God damn it, Leroy.
This guy is your best friend but also the biggest bitch. Don't go back in there, please, Leroy. I just got you. I promise it was an accident. Don't go back there. He opens the jug for you after you give him some alcohol and many of the rest of the map, which I can't really blame him. I act the same way. What's great about this mechanic, though, is the farther away you gave him the alcohol and the further he ran and actually collided with the object, you would get more points depending on how far you sent him. So it was totally worth it to send him back as far as you could because you would get like 2,000 points for it, which is a lot of money early game. The time bomb was added, which, from what I remember, I didn't really use a lot unless I was trying to go for high rounds with the paralyzer on top of the bank, or I was watching a YouTube video where some guy would like grief the shit out of the mystery box with it. This map was also very easy with the paralyzer and the subsurface resonator set up at Jug.
Not because buried is easy, right? That's not the reason. That's not the reason, right?
Buried's a little easy, man.
That's not the reason, right? It's not the reason you're playing buried, right? That's not the reason you're playing buried, is it?
What the fuck is the last?
The only stressful part really was going through the haunted mansion and dealing with the witches and then the maze afterwards. The maze either being the easiest thing or the fucking hardest, and there was no in between. But I think it's commendable how versatile Black Ops 2 was with its map looking back on it. It came really far from its origins. Come on, you all knew how I was going to talk about this map. Some people don't like it, I get it, but like, fuck you. The Avenged Sevenfold song that played with a trailer that I cannot play, otherwise I'm going to be copyright struck down to hell. And of course, the spectacle of the map was amazing, playing in the trenches of northern France, while there's a huge war going on above you with giant robots and planes and the Panzer. And you'd spawn in the bunker playing as the Primus crew, and you'd see this generator and you'd turn it on and be like, who are these heathens trying to touch them? So don't let them touch you, unless you're into that. What do you, brother, or sister, or entity, or... But there were 6 of these generators all around the map. Whenever you activated all 6 of them, that's how you unlocked Pack-a-Punch. But each of these generators had a perk that was nearby it, that whenever you powered the generator, that perk was also powered. So you kind of divvied up whatever you were trying to do for whatever perk you were trying to get, because like the Speed Cola is near one of the beginning ones. I think it's like 2 or 3, and then Jug's like at 4. But after you powered all of them and you got the gramophone and the black record, you could open up the staff building area. The staffs honestly don't even need to be talked about because everyone knows what they are, but I'm going to anyway, so here we go. Each of the staff part is around the map, some of them being able to only be gathered under certain conditions, like the gas staff only being able to be dug up with the shovels whenever it's snowing, or the fire staff, the first part of it, only being able to get picked up after you kill the first Panzer.
Yo! Yo!
Or the wind staff being in the giants. None of them were tough to get, but you had to decide on what the best route was to get each of them. And it changed every map depending on the robot placing, or you got like a max ammo one round and allowed you to skip a wall by to buy a door and get to a part quicker, or something like of that nature. But also sometimes you get fucked by RNG and there'd be no max ammo and the Panzer spawned around early and you don't have any ammo. So it really depends on sometimes what life gives you. Sometimes it's not lemons, guys. Similar to Mob of the Dead, the pacing and locations of each of the parts to grab were amazing, and the dopamine flow state was so heavy. Whether it was going inside of the foot of the robots that never have the foot you need for whatever godforsaken reason.
Oh! Please, dude, please be the right foot. Please be the right foot. I've been sitting here for like 10 fucking minutes. Please, 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 please. Fuck! You fucking bastard, you bitch. You bastard bitch.
Or running around the map like a crazy person trying to gather all the parts. It kind of felt like you were a squirrel gathering nuts for winter, but there was a hunter with a 50 cal constantly watching you. On top of all of that, it set up a lot for the lore. There's a whole new dimension of characters, and now Agartha's in the lore. And the origins of the zombie conflict is being told before our very eyes. The origins, yeah. Now, the Germans found something they were not supposed to.
Much like the end of World at War in Black Ops 1, Black Ops 2's ending left people absolutely speechless and having no idea what to expect next. We knew there was going to be something about Agartha, and obviously expanding upon the story of Richtofen and Dempsey, Nikolai, and Takeo, now from 2 different crews, the Primus and the Ultimus crew, but we didn't know where it was actually going to end or come to fruition at. But of course the fans wanted more of everything, more quick scopes, more explosions, more drop shotting. No, don't do that. That's lame. Okay, don't do that shit.
No,
Fuck you.
Drop shot if you want, because
shit.
it's a part of the fucking game.
Fuck you. Go back to your green screen, you little
shit.
bitch. You
I
little
hate
bitch.
you.
Little fucking tiny baby. Little tiny baby bitch.
You're better than...
COD was at a peak that was going to be hard to top from this point on.
I'm
Always back for more.
I never get to say I'm always stuck to this part. And do whatever you type of... Black Ops 3 was the newest thing everyone was looking forward to, begging their mom and dad to get it for them. And then on November 6, 2015, it was released and everyone's timbers were fucking shivered with Shadows of Evil. Now we're Jeff Goldblum and Ron Perlman and Neil McDonald's and Heather Graham in the streets of Morgue City, which is a funny name, I must say. You're all 4 sinners.
Who bears the mark? They bear the mark.
Yes, who bear the mark. And this mark specifically, which means that they are cursed. They've all committed a terrible tragedy, and you have to now do rituals for Apothecan gods. This map is excellent, having different districts where different perks reside, and they change every time you play the map, and you can tell which perk is where due to the broken bottles in the box outside of the district. Each character has an artifact that you're going to have to gather that relates to the tragedy that they did. For example, Jack Vincent is the cop's badge because he's a cop. Heather Graham, who is an accountant, has a wig. Once you get all of them, you can unlock pack and go do like the ritual for each of their little area. And the shield is also on this map, which is really cool. The sword was available on this map, which it's absolutely amazing, especially whenever you upgrade it. You can like summon it to do shit for you. And while gathering footage for it, I just randomly decided to do the Easter egg with my friends, and we did it, but we decided to do it way too late. And it isn't that hard. It's one of the more straightforward campaigns besides the meatball section. What the fuck is that, dude?
We did do the Easter egg, but that doesn't mean we didn't have a couple of close calls, where we straight up thought we were gonna die and lose fucking everything.
Right here. It is double cheese, single double cheese. Double, single, double.
Double cheese.
Where am I going?
Yes, that's what I wanted. Yeah. Steven, please. Steven, please. I was really...
Dude. You're about to... You were gonna be fucked.
Everybody's body blocking me, bro. I think it's intentional.
Oh god.
I'm
tabbed in, man.
Plug it in.
Plug it in, bro.
Steve is gonna come through and it's gonna break the worm. Oh fuck.
It just down both of us.
I threw a monkey. Just start spamming your thing. Gabriel, start spamming your thing.
I'm dead. God damn it.
Steve, you can res us.
I'm out.
Oh damn.
Oh fuck. Yeah, this is very chaotic. You have monkey, Steve? If you do, I'll start throwing them.
Oh my god, he can do it. Oh my god, he's gonna do it.
You have to kill another Margwa to get the fuck up. Steve, we did it. We did the trick.
Oh, yeah, they dropped dead.
We did the Easter egg. How the fuck did we complete that?
Holy shit.
I don't know how the fuck we did that. Oh my god, dude. I don't know how the fuck we did that. I have the audio.
This is also where the Margwas are seen for the first time, and I think the only time, correct me if I'm wrong, I think they're really only on this map. They're spooky, but once you know how to deal with them, they're not really bad at all. Also, wolf rounds have been replaced by fucking bug rounds.
The pull that this map had on me, however, was the visuals, the cohesiveness of it, the smooth lighting with the neon signs, the jazz, and the noir-type buildings made it all a very, very fun visual experience. And it wasn't a standalone story like Mob of the Dead. It was tied to the overarching timeline, albeit like at the very end where you trap the Shadow Man, that summoning key, and then Primus Richtofen fucking steals it from you, and like, I've been working for that for like an hour, what are you doing? Albeit a little bit different, that made fans more inclined to play, and it still had that zombie charm that we all loved. The Apothecan Servant was also introduced in this map, but I don't think it was called that, but like, holy shit, dude, the Apothecan Servant is so, it's so good. It's so good. After this, they remastered Doris as the Giant, and it kind of marked the beginning of the end because you watch Primus Richtofen smoke Ultimus Richtofen's ass in like the first 10 seconds. I didn't play a lot of this map just because it was Doris remastered, and I don't think it had an overarching Easter egg. I think more so the opening cutscene was what was important to the story. Because now at this point, we're trying to get all of the characters' souls from the Ultimus crew because that's what Maxis wants to correct the timeline. And then boom, dragons into Eisendrache.
How do I put this? Origins walk to the robot in der Eisendrache could run. It was very similar to Origins. Instead of finding staff part, as you did in Origins, you were more so completing missions to level up the bow. You now do quests to get different elemental bows. I always go with lightning just because it's easiest to get and like it's purple, so. The Panzer's back and he still wants your ass, so that's also important.
While he's trying to get your ass, you can go down and turn the low gravity area and grab the shield part because the shield's on this map and also the low gravity area is so stressful. There's also a teleporter that you can use to get to a launch pad area, which you're going to need to go to sometimes because the pack now has 3 different locations that it moves in between, and you gotta get your pack, dude. Higher rounds are hard. Visuals are just absolutely stunning. As a matter of fact, I feel like all the visuals of the Black Ops 3 maps in particular hold up so well. But the Easter egg on this map really fucking got me, dude. Because this is whenever we had to capture all of the Ultimus crew soul, and this one was Dempsey's. And he was my favorite character in the original crew. So watching his soul actually get captured felt like a part of me was in that summoning key too whenever they fucking took him. It was at the very least bittersweet watching it happen because I know that I was watching a conclusion to a story that I had been following for the better part of a decade. And I was happy to watch it, you know, like come to fruition, but at the same time, it's like watching the last season of a show that you love, like you know what's coming, but it doesn't make it any easier.
What came after this was Zetsubou, which I did enjoy, but I didn't enjoy it as much as the other map. Just because everything felt more like a task in this one. It was spread out enough that doing a lot of the billables felt like running errands, having to run all over across the map to actually complete them. Not to say that it's bad, I just didn't enjoy it as much as previous maps. There's also spider rounds, and the power is tied to 2 different labs. You have to power with radiated water, and you have to do it within a certain time frame of each other. And the KT-4 is back from Shangri-La, but now it's buildable instead of having to get it from the Easter egg or the box, so thank fucking God. Unlocking Pack-a-Punch requires you to get 3 different parts, and there's also weird plant zombies here that freak me out. I don't like them. I do really love the boss spider fight, though, in Zetsubou. And being able to see where Widow's Wine's actually made fresh from the source is fucking so cool.
Black Ops 3 is whenever it felt like the devs were having the most fun, and snorting vitamin Z every chance they had. And after years of playing all the games, I think it is a very safe take to basically say that I think Black Ops 3 was the best zombies game and the one that reflects this era that we all love the most, because you can go back and play all of the classic maps and also play all of the wonderful modded maps the community is still making that are so good, dude. We played this cheese map, the new one. Trust me, I've already played Cheese Cube Unlimited, alright, so many times, but there was like a V6. That map is so good.
Dude, what is wrong with you? Is there something in your fucking brain?
Are you at the start again?
No, he's not.
No, you just jumped and started shoving me. Oh my God! What the fuck is wrong with this idiot? Are you actually? Oh my God! I mean, I was right there, and he just shoved me. He jumped backwards onto the wrong arm.
If you haven't played it, please go play it. But this map was no exception, tying up Takio's story of the Ultimus crew. Which, goddamn dude, that's enough to make a grown man realize that I'm not shit. Takio was always a stoic warrior with honor and pride, so having him go out with seppuku and also by his own blade, albeit the other dimension of him, was the right way to do it.
Seeing him open up for the first time to the only person that could truly understand him, himself, was a side of him that we had literally never seen before. And it added a needed dimension to him before he ultimately went off for his final send-off. God, fuck, dude. I'll be right back. I'm lighting a cigar. I need something, man. This is where it gets fucking rough, okay?
Gorod Krovi was next, and it was brutal.
Fuck off, dickhead. This is my job. I introduce the new maps, okay?
Fucking... Okay, dude, Jesus.
Gorod Krovi added so much to zombies from past maps. Robots, dragons, Stalingrad. Well, Stalingrad was not zombies, but it was in COD at one point. Stalingrad's been invaded by 115 soldiers, okay? As a consequence of Group 935's experiment. We also meet a drunk Ultimus Nikolai, who is defending his motherland from, well, fucking take a guess, man. Okay, Stalingrad's been conquered.
This map was large, but I liked it because it still felt confined like Verruckt. Even though it had a larger general layout, the corridors that you had to patrol through it were still kind of tiny, making it a little more stressful. You can ride dragons now and get the Gauntlet of Siegfried, which is a little dragon that kind of behaves the same as the sword from Shadows of Evil. The Mark III ray gun appears in this map due to the fact that the Soviets gained some of the tech from Group 935, and Nikolai is defending Stalingrad from 115 soldiers, so that's what's going on. The dog round's been replaced by AI, those dirty goddamn AI scum, and robots. Unlocking the pack is really easy in this map because there will be colored cylinders that drop, and you have to take them to the matching graph module, and then you can open it and sync it from that way by defending this little thing that drops down. And then you ride the dragon to the Pack-a-Punch. Reaching high rounds on this map really isn't that hard once you do all the buildables like the Gauntlet of Siegfried and the Ray Gun Mark III and build all the additional equipment like the shield. This map, much like the last two, also requires you to get one of the Ultimus crew's soul, this one being Nikolai. After you complete the Easter egg, you fight him in his mecha suit while also fighting a dragon. And after you defeat him, you learn that his first wife, from Primus Nikolai, actually the younger one, was taken from them under a bombing, which makes it even more depressing because then Ultimus Nikolai freaks out and Primus Nikolai has to kill them. So that shit's sad. Then Primus Richthofen grabs all of them and sends their souls away. Look at those soldiers go. Hi, so sorry. I forgot to make the transition period here. Next we'll be going over Revelations, which kind of wrapped up the story. Being a very, very bittersweet feeling as Dr. Monty turned on the crew. I hope you enjoy the rest of the video. I had so much fun making it. But in general, the map was a crazy different mashups of memories that we all had from different perspectives. I mean, there was Origins there, Kino, Verruckt, Shangri-La. Each map had a portal that you could pay to open, and after defending it, you could go to Nacht, and it basically acted as a hub world to go to each of the different areas a lot quicker. Once you opened all of them, then you could like use it to grab this Agarthian worm, and you could go inside of it to unlock Pack-a-Punch by shooting the 3 different little orbs around it, and it dropped out the bottom. But the main thing that I love about this map is it allowed us to revisit forgotten areas from like a new perspective that we could never have gotten to before, like Kino. There's some areas in this map that I had never been able to walk, and now I just can, and it feels illegal. It's crazy to me that I used to see so many people talk about like glitch spots in Black Ops 1. You know, getting on a bounce to see the rest of the map. And now we just walk around. We just get to walk around the fucking map for free. It just gave a different perspective that I don't think anyone was expecting. And after completing the Easter egg, the Primus crew gets sent back into time from Dr. Monty after he kind of turns on them to keep the timeline stable, because if they don't, there'll be a fucking collapse. And he needs them to fight the darkness, and they end up becoming the heroes of their timeline, wielding the elemental staff, which is so cool. The map just kind of says the end. It was a very, very specific feeling that I don't know if I can really describe. Much like you, I'm assuming here, I'm taking a gander, taking a guess. Spent a lot of hours playing this franchise, learning everything, right? Making so many friends across so many generations through the power of Xbox Live, and probably being called a lot of slurs, but I feel like that comes with the territory. Turns out you can hate the player and the game, guys. And most of the times they hate the player, though. I'm gonna be so upfront with you. Whenever I started playing this game, I was heavily overweight, I didn't know how to drive, and had no clue what I wanted to do in life. Now I'm 21, I can drive and drink. Wait, not together. I've lost a bunch of weight, and I'm more confident than ever that this is exactly what I want to do in life. This game has been an outlet that I have turned to for so many hours, years, fucking time with friends, and the story has concluded. So, like many others, I felt a sense of complication, a bittersweet almost, where I got to witness the ending of a story that I've been following for so many years, but at the same time, it was like finishing a show where I wasn't sure where that energy should have gone next. I was wondering where it was heading and what the plan was for Black Ops 4. I am puffing this, by the way. I'm doing it in between takes, so you guys, it feels weird just to look at you guys and be like, you know, I'm overthinking. And if I'm being honest, okay, and I want your guys' genuine opinion too, it feels like modern Zombies has lost its identity. I've played Black Ops 4 Zombies and Cold War Zombies, and I played Black Ops 6 Zombies, but only the first map. And it's not because it wasn't the same. Cold War effectively had very similar gameplay. It was the things that surrounded it. And I contemplated that for so long while making this video. Okay, this script is 22 pages to this video. I spent probably about 2 weeks up at this point playing and recording and writing and trying to figure out what it was, and I genuinely believe that it's its identity. All Zombies has always had this sense of craziness and ununiformity to it, from the blood being behind the points, to the characters being batshit insane, or the ridiculousness of the lore just being part of it, because come on, the lore's fucking so odd. Whenever I played Cold War, I sensed a transition from traditional zombies, and it felt like it was leaving it due to the health bars and the damage numbers. I could just tell that there was a shift happening from the way the map was designed, the new enemies being brought in, and the way that the HUD was designed as well. And then I played Black Ops 6 Zombies, and it felt, well, like
this. This isn't bad, it's just so different. Different in a way that made it feel like it wasn't innovating on the original gameplay loop that made us love it so much, but trying to swipe away its roots that made us care about it in the first place. With the map objectives on the screen the whole time, the different gun rarities and adding of the mini-map, it felt like it was trying to cater to everyone. It didn't feel nearly as cozy or like the home of zombies that we really remember. Jesus Christ. Whenever I was in the campfire area, it felt cozy right away. I gave you a sense of comfort because it's been a central part of the video for so long. Whenever I rip away that expectation, it feels jarring. A video feels entirely different, right? That's the feeling I get from zombies. It's just built for a new person now, and that's hard to swallow. I think that the era of zombies as we know it is pretty much over, and I'm seeing a consensus of this from all the comments I read on new gameplay and trailers I see. I mean, hell, you drive vehicles now, and it doesn't feel nearly as confined or trapped. I mean, you can exfil from maps now, which I know it's an option, but the option of it being there changes it. It makes it feel like there's an out when there never was before. And well, I think Walmart's a perfect parking lot example because it's very open, commercialized to everyone, and doesn't cater to a specific community. The old zombies kind of felt like a Cracker Barrel, or like a, you know, it was more specialized, like a Bass Pro Shop. The new COD kind of feels like this. I know that I'm a smaller channel, but I live for art like this. Hence, I feel it's essential for us to appreciate it whenever we see it. I don't hate on what it is currently today, but I admit that it's entirely different. It's different from the era that we were also attached to. And if you have friends or experiences that you would love to share about zombies, I think you should in the comments. Pages for all the unks who loved this shit. I hope you enjoyed the video. I put so much goddamn effort into this one. Thank you for watching. I'm a smaller channel that's trying to grow, and I wanted to try out something new. So if you guys enjoyed it, please let me know. But I think that's about it. Hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your day. Bye.